Welcome back to the Bluechip Breakdown, Vols fans. I'm your host, Bull. In today's video, we will be breaking down a film of our newest commitment in four-star tight end, Dassahn Brame, listed at 6'4.5", 225 pounds from Derby High School in Derby, Kansas. And this is a guy that did commit to Oregon initially, but we told y'all that he was a silent commit to Tennessee before he committed to Oregon. Let's take a look at the rest of his offers. Y'all can see that everybody wanted this young man. He's a beast. He's a stud. Actually, there's a whole lot more pages to this, but we won't get into that. Y'all can just see what's on that front page. This is a kid that y'all should be very excited about, our Tennessee Volunteers landing. Let's go ahead and jump into his film. All right, so first play, we're going to have him lined up in the slot right outside of that red zone, heading to the end zone, straight for the corner. Looks like he's getting bracketed right here, but what I love is him high pointing this football right on the edge of the end zone, staying in bounds. That's great body control. That's a tough catch. That's what you want to see on the first play of a tight end's film breakdown here. Just kind of sits it down right in front of this linebacker. So he makes himself big. He's a really big target. I love that. And now, boom, yak, runs straight through somebody, falls forward, gets the first down, and then some. That's beautiful work so far on two clips here. Lined up with his hand in the dirt. He's going to be doing a whole lot of that inside of our system. Nice route, but what you'll love to see here is how fluid he can catch the football, and he has great straight line speed. You can tell that he's a really good athlete just off of these first few clips. Here, line up like a wide receiver, and what do we have? Okay, so that's a nice route. What he's doing is you'll see the safety is going to be playing over the top. He sits his route down right in front of the safety, goes up, high points it, stays in bounds. Now, I love to see this. Playing out in those elements. We're talking about playoff football. You're going to need players who understand what it means to play in the snow, because at some point we'll probably be seeing that. And he's a guy that obviously looks the same playing on the snow as we saw in his first clips. Very tough, very physical, very athletic. Now, I love what they're doing right here, because this is something else that we'll see Coach Heupel do, right? Just get the ball out to your playmakers in space quick. And again, that straight line speed's crazy. He's a tough athlete, falls forward, runs through tackles, back in the snow. Let's see what he does right here. Lined up kind of like an H-back. Oh, okay, I like that. Kind of like a little touch pass reverse. And he gets into the end zone. So we can already tell, we talk a whole lot about who's going to be the next Princeton fan, et cetera, et cetera. Looks like he could end up being that guy. Now, once we get back to this, we're talking about ACC football right in the middle of the field. You got to be able to make tough catches with people all around you. He does it, and it just looks like it don't faze him at all that there are people around him. I love the fact that he's able to get upfield quickly as well. Here, beautiful straight line speed. That was almost like a bang eight, something like that, maybe a little bit of a bender seam route, but gets into the end zone. That was really nice. And here, look at this, okay? Again, being quarterback friendly, he's helping his quarterback out, quarterback scrambling over. He just drops into the little empty spot, and he's wide open. Love to see it. Now back in the slot, what's he going to do right here? Great burst off the ball. Okay, so we got to talk about the way that he's able to get off of this line of scrimmage. Very little wasted movement in motion. That's great, okay? Oh, that's beautiful tracking of the football too. Watches it right over his shoulder. And this is, kind of looks like a wide receiver. I mean, he's a really good athlete. You know what I mean? For sure. Back in the snow, you could tell that he's seen the elements without question coming from the Midwest. You're going to see pretty much all the elements at the most extreme level. And here, he's got a guy that's right on top of him in the snow. But I love the fact that he's able to get up the field without slipping and sliding on that snow. So that is a very, very good look for a high school player. This is just his junior film here. Able to just kind of work through the middle of this defense. It's like it's supposed to be covered too, but work straight through it. Again, there's people all over him, right? There's a safety underneath him. There's a linebacker underneath him, and then there's two safeties on both sides of him, but he makes the catch. Here, that's a really nice wheel route. Will stop. Okay, so we'll see this again. I think they may have some option routes in his system, which is going to be great because we run a ton of option routes. So will stop, okay? The cornerback was on top of him, so he stops his route, and now he's making a miss, making him look real foolish. He's definitely on a different level from the players that he's playing up against here in high school. I can tell that his game will most definitely translate for sure. I love that. Just a little, late release on, kind of like slow that D end up, just drop out to the flats. And again, playmaker, getting up the field. I can already tell that as far as a wide receiver prospect, he is very, very good. He's a good athlete. Okay, he runs great routes. You can tell that he's well coached, catches the ball, very effortlessly. Is very fluid. Doesn't like he's having to strain or nothing like that. He can play in all the elements, so you can see that he's tough We've seen him kind of running through people, making people miss right here. Does a good job staying in bounds, great body control, all of those things. I'm just waiting to see how does he look blocking. So we'll watch a few more of these clips. Again, just sitting it down right in the middle of the field. Let's watch it again from the beginning. Right there in the middle of the field, makes a man miss, makes two people miss. And yeah, he's got really good speed. So he's a great athlete. There's no question. But I want to see him blocking. That's what we have yet to see so far. I feel good about everything else. You can tell that, I mean, it doesn't matter how you get him the football, he's going to get you first downs, at least on this level. But I think that once he gets up, in the college weight room, gets acclimated to the college game, he should be able to do the exact same things. Very, very special talent. I can already tell you that. But I'm going to pause it right here and we're going to fast forward to some blocking plays. Let's see how he looks as an inline blocker. All right, so on this play, we will see him blocking. That's what we've been waiting on. Beautiful job. Again, he's playing at that H-back position. We do that a lot in our system, coming across the formation. And you can tell that he's a very willing participant to get physical with these kids. And he's got good form. I love the nastiness right there at the end as well. Now he's lined up here with his hand in the dirt. Let's see what he does. Okay, he's got a guy coming off the edge. Good job. You can just tell that he's very strong once he gets his hands on you. You're probably not going anywhere. I will say this, once he gets with Coach Abe, some of his fundamental things will get even better. So just looking at his foundation, it's really nice. And again, we've got him sitting it down right in the middle of the formation, right in the middle of the field, making a good tough catch and continuing to fall forward. Let's see what he does on this play. Boom. Okay, nice job. So he's just kind of getting like a seal, almost like a crackback block right here, going in and getting this linebacker. That's really nice. He stays with it, actually blocks two people, takes them all the way down to the ground. So love seeing that. That's definitely going to be a really good sign. If you're going to play with Coach Heupel, you got to be able to block, baby. That's no question about that right here. This is going to be a down block, okay? So close to the line of scrimmage, getting this, this is kind of like another crackback block, getting this in. So he maybe could have got his head in front a little bit more, but again, it's just about, is he willing and able to block? He definitely is. Takes his man down to the ground. That looks really good. Let's see what he does right here from this slot position. Boom, just sits it down. People all over him, dragging him forward, gets the first down. So let's go ahead and jump into his grades. All right, so starting off with Dassahn Brame's athleticism grade. I love the fact that he has really good body control. He can make those tough catches on the sidelines. He has really good straight line speed, and there's little to no wasted motion and movement coming out of his stance, which is beautiful. And it really doesn't matter if his hand is in the dirt or if he's standing up. I'm going to give him 5 stars right here in this category. Next is toughness and physicality. We're seeing that he's tough, whether he's making catches on the sidelines in traffic, but also after he makes the catch, he's dragging people forward, he's trucking people. That's beautiful to see. He can also play in those elements. That's not going to phase him not one bit. And I loved what I saw with the nastiness that he showed at the end in his blocking clips. We're going to give him 5 stars in this category. All right, now for Dasahn's pass catching grade. I love the way that he runs his routes, makes himself a really big target for his quarterbacks, but he also knows how, when, and where to sit his routes down based off of the coverage that the defense is showing him. So he is well coached. That's going to be huge inside of our system because we run a ton of option routes. He also has a very wide catch radius, great body control. He's going to make those tough catches in different elements on the sideline with people guarding him, not afraid to make the catches across the middle. It just doesn't matter. And he also shows that he's a good enough athlete to be able to separate from the competition. I'm going to give him 5 stars in this category. And last but certainly not least, Dassahn Brame's blocking grade. I love the clips that we saw towards the end of his film where you can just tell that he's very willing and able to make blocks, gets his body in a good position. I would say about 95% of the time. Now, there are some things that he's going to have to work on for sure once he gets to college, but that's what the coaches are there for. Coach Abe is a former offensive line coach, and you can just tell that Brame is a strong enough athlete that he's not going to have any problems once he gets into a college weight room making the blocks that we will ask him to make. As a matter of fact, we saw him making very similar blocks on his film. I'm going to give him 5 stars right here in this category as well. All right, now it's time to recap on Dassahn Brame's grades. We gave him 5 stars as an athlete, 5 stars on toughness and physicality, 5 stars as a pass catcher, and 5 stars as a blocker, which obviously brings his blue chip overall grade to 5 stars. This kid is a stud. I love watching his film. I'm so happy that we were able to flip him from Oregon. That's huge for our Volunteers. Adding a tight end like this that's so versatile that is not just a pass catcher, but you can tell he's going to be a great inline blocker as well. Adding him along with a guy like Jack Van Dorseleer inside of the same class is going to be absolutely ridiculous for the quarterbacks moving forward, in the future of this football team. Very, very excited to see what he's going to be doing once he gets up on campus. He's a guy that I would say could potentially have a chance to play early once he gets up on campus, all depending on how much he develops from now and the time that he does arrive. Hopefully, he can enroll early. But this is another huge one for our volunteers. Y'all, please let me know what you think about it down in the comment section. But as always, please make sure to like, subscribe, hit that notification bell, share with your friends, family, and other volunteer fans. We'll see y'all in the next one. Thanks. Peace.